What is going on, mortals? Mortal T here, and today we are back on some more Biomutant. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can get your hands on some of the epic mounts that are in this game. Now, there are a lot of mounts about, but there are some that are just so much better to get. The functions are better, or they just look better. So that is what we're going to be covering today. I'm going to show you a few of them right here. So if you go into your transport, these are all the mounts that you have like acquired over playing the game. There are some that are just so much better than others. So I'm going to be showing you these two mounts. This mechanical horse, which is really cool, and then this guy. He's pretty fast, to be fair, and his ability is to pull down walls and stuff. And you also need him in one of the boss fights as well. He's actually one of my favourite just because of the way he looks. But that is not all. Some of the mounts that I'm going to show you don't actually appear in this menu. So the mounts that don't appear in that menu, if you press down on your D-pad, these are usually the mounts here that you get. So you had your mech suit to defeat one of the bosses, and you had your goo glider to defeat another boss. You had the mount I just showed you, the purple one, to defeat another boss. But these mounts down here don't actually appear on the list that I've just shown you. So you got this guy, he's kind of like a flyer slash glider, which is really cool. This guy is a hand, it's a mechanical hand, which is really cool. And this guy is kind of like a mix between a shark and a dolphin kind of thing, and he's really furry. It's pretty cool. It's a water mount as well. So if you haven't got your hands on the goo glider, this guy is just really good. It's basically the equivalent of the goo glider without getting all the cosmetic parts or the engine upgrades for it, which is really cool. This is equivalent to the glider ability on your automaton. So yeah, if you haven't got any abilities for your automaton, this is the next best thing to glide really far off high places. This guy is just really cool. He has a really cool ability that you can use as well. But today we're going to go through all them so you can get your hands on them. So let's just hop straight to the first one. That's a sneak peek. The first one I'm going to show you, mortals, it all depends on which way you're actually going around on the map from the very beginning. This is the way I went round first. I went to the left hand side of the map and defeated the Jumbo Puff first. So if you go that way, you can actually get this flying gliding mount pretty darn easy. If you come to here, this outpost, and you've taken it over, or you don't even have to take it over, as long as you come here directly outside it, as you can see, if you just look, if you're coming out of the outpost, if you look to your left, you're going to notice that there is a small path that leads into this rocky enclosed area. This is where you want to go. So you're going to come into here, you're going to turn to your right, and you're going to see this character right here. This is a character that you want to interact with first. This character will give you two things. On the first lot of quests, he's going to ask you to go around and find a bunch of jump points. What I mean by jump points or climb points, I mean these up here, where you actually jump up to them, they hold on automatically, and then you just aim upwards or in whichever direction you have to go to climb on those things right there. He's going to ask you to go around the map finding 3 of those things. Once you have climbed 3 of those, you're going to come back to him, and he's going to give you the level 2 crowbar. You're going to talk to him again. He is then going to give you another quest, which you then have to go around the map finding the points for zip lines. So yet again, there are 3 zip lines that you have to go and zip across, so to speak. You'll come back to him, and then he will give you access to the mount. the gliding mount. So he's actually going to tell you to come up here, and you're gonna have to climb up all the way up this mountain. So you just want to keep following the climb points all the way up and across. As you can see there, it was up, then across. We go up again, then we go across again. It's pretty long to get up there, but once you do get up there, I am going to show you what you will actually come across. So just keep following this yellow stuff. If it's on the wall, it means there's some kind of climb point nearby. That's like the easiest way to find a climb point. It's marked out in this yellow, so keep an eye out for that. So once you kind of make it to the top, you're going to see this zip line. What we're going to do, we're going to jump on it and just slide all the way across to the other side, and boom, this is where this mount is located. Now this mount is only here when you complete the second quest. Now you can interact with it straight away. You don't need a seed or a pip or whatever to tame it. It just gives you it, and this will give you the ability just to glide from any like high place. So if you haven't come across the mirages and you haven't managed to get the automaton upgrades to use the glider, this is like the next best thing to use for jumping off of high places and trying to glide anywhere. Honestly, it moves pretty quick for a little small thing that's hardly got any legs, and it's actually pretty funny to see.
Right there. Keep your eyes out.
It doesn't technically fly because it doesn't actually flap its wings. It flaps it once and then you get to gliding, but that is it. But it's still pretty good early on. For an early tame, I think that is actually pretty darn good. But with that first one out of the way, let's get on to the second mounts that I'm going to show you how to get. So here we are at the second location. So the location on the map is pretty easy to find. It's actually in like this little grassy hill, desert kind of area. And you want to come up to here. You can see the names right there. It's basically called Goat Pen. Pretty easy to find. And you're gonna come across another character that you need to talk to here. She's in this walled off brick blue area. It's right here. You just interact with this character, and through this character you're going to get your hands on 2 mounts. I'm going to show you which 2 mounts you're going to get. So this is one of them. This guy gives you the ability to pull down walls, and the other one is this guy. This is like the mechanical horse tame or mount, which is actually really cool. So yet again, she's going to give you multiple quests, not just 2, I mean a bunch of them. First of all, you're going to have to go and get the purple one that I showed you that pulls down the walls. You're going to have to go to a location, defeat an enemy, and then bring that mount back to her first. Then she's going to send you on another quest to go and get a saddle. Now this saddle also gives you the second mount. So yeah, the second quest is going to bring you over to this location here, into this, I don't know what this was meant to be, a diner or a shop or something, but on the map it's right here. That is what it's called. There are like multiple fast travel points here. The closest one I found is that one. You might not have a fast travel point here, but that's the name of the area that you need to go and overall map view. So once you going here, you're going to be able to open up this door by completing like an electronical task. As you can see where the wiring going, just follow that and you'll manage to open this like gateway here. The mechanical horse is going to be sitting in this room. Well, not sitting, it's standing in this room with a saddle on it. You're going to have to complete a little mini task to get the saddle off the horse. And then after you got the saddle off the mechanical horse, you can actually press the interact button just to ride it. So this is the mechanical horse. Like I said, it's actually inside here. It literally just stands here with a saddle on it. It's pretty easy to get. Like I said, once you take this saddle off it, just interact with it and run out, and that tame will be automatically yours. There's no need to tame it in the normal way by getting a pip or anything. It's really, really easy. But that's how you get your hands on the first mount. Once you have got this one, you're going to head back to that other character to hand it the saddle. So once you have handed the saddle back to the character, it's going to give you another quest to go and find something else to like make the mount like you or love you in a certain way. It's kind of the equivalent of giving it the pip or the seed or whatever to feed it, but it is something else, and it is a separate quest that you have to go and find, come back and give to this character. And then after all that, you will get your hands on this guy right here. He's actually really, really cool. He's actually one of my favorite mounts. I don't know why, just because he looks like so like derpy or something. It's that smile on his face. He looks so cool, and just the ability to pull down certain walls is actually really, really nice. And honestly, he's actually pretty fast. I do believe that he's probably one of the faster mounts in the game, but that's me personally. But that is how to get your hands on them two mounts. That's only the second location. I have got a few more locations to show you how to get your hands on some other cool mounts. So this is the location for the next quest for the next like epically cool mount. It's this guy right here. He is part of one of the main quests, so this one you will just naturally stumble upon anyway, because like I said, he is part of the main quest. If it is highlighted in gold like this, the star highlighted in the gold border, it means it's part of the main storyline. So this is the location that you'll have to come to start this. It's right next to another world eater. So yeah, that is the location. Once you have accepted the quest, he's going to ask you to come all the way over here. So once you do get over here, you're going to have to defeat this guy, which is outside the bunker. If you're already like pretty high up and got a decent amount of weapons, this fight isn't going to be too hard. As you can see, I literally just killed it in a matter of seconds. And then we're just going to continue on with the main mission. We're just going to keep pushing through this bunker. You can, if you want, try and get to some of the other loot.
Couldn't just be open.
But what we're going to do, we're going to come around, we're going to go up the stairs right here. Like I said, you can look for loot if you want to, but if not, you just want to keep following this around to the downstairs so we can get to this panel right here. We need to solve this panel like so to open the doors that we need to open. So it's going to open two doors, which is this is the main one that we need. As you can see right there, you just get a glimpse of like the new mount, and there it is. It's like a mechanical hand, which is actually really cool. And boom, we can interact with this, and now we have another like mini puzzle that we need to do. So we're just going to spin like the cogs, I would guess you'd call it, around until like they match up. Now sometimes on this they can be pretty hard to see, so just be very careful what you do. Even though if you do fail it, they're supposed to get easier, but yeah, try and do it first off. So here you have it. It's going to give you like the walkthrough of it. Mechanical marvel, one of a kind mount. It's even has a gun, which is actually really cool. You can aim it and shoot it. So you aim like this, it puts its thumb and finger out, just like any like normal human being does when they try and make like a gun shape with their own hand. It's actually really, really cool. That's what it's like. And then you can shoot it like so. So like I said, this is actually a really, really cool and very unique mount. Unfortunately, it's not actually that fast. I'm pretty sure this is its sprint speed. It's very, very slow. The only good thing about it is that it has a weapon on it, which you can shoot pretty darn fast. And as far as I know, it hasn't got like a magazine capacity or anything, so you can just continually fire with it. It pushes you back, as you can see that it's doing right now, but apart from that, it's just a really cool, unique mount that you can get your hands on. So here we are at the next location for the another epic mount. So if we take a quick look on the map right here, it is right here. It's just up from the main quest where we just got our last mount from, that little hand, which is actually really cool. So it's just up from there, just beside this like radiation zone. There is a handy little waypost here that you can mark, so you got access to fast travel. But once you made it here, there's going to be a creature or character on this dock. His name is Gil. So you're going to go up to him and talk to him. He's literally going to be standing right here. He is then going to ask you to escort him to a clear waterfront. So what you're going to do, you're just going to run down this path, and there's going to be like a bunch of markers that is going to lead you of where exactly you've got to go. So it's actually pretty easy to follow. This is the first point. It's going to stop here. There's going to be a bunch of enemies that jump out at you. You have to kill them. Once you kill them, it's going to mark another place. So you're just going to go down to this place where I'm going now. Once you hit it, there's going to be a bunch of more enemies that you have to kill. Once you kill them, you're going to continue just moving on. You're basically following this path right here through this archway and all the way down to the waterfront, which is right here. Once you hit this waterfront, there's going to be a creature that pops out from the ground, which you have to kill. Once you have done that, Gil is going to throw the big fish that he caught into the water. He's going to go through a bunch of dialect with you. After you've gone through all that dialect, then he's going to send you on another mission, which is going to send you over here to this camp right here. This is the exact location you go. Now, usually in these camps there are enemies that you have to kill. There's usually like a boss and a leader kind of thing. You kill both of them. There's a bunch of loot in here, but on this one there is actually going to be something on the water right here, and I'm going to show you it. So here we are in the camp that you need to go to. Once you have defeated all the enemies here, you're going to come down here. This is where the normal boss will spawn and you'll kill him, and as you can see there's a bunch of loot here that you can collect. But there also is going to be a creature that is hanging from these chains right here, and this is a creature that you need to free. Once you have freed him, he's going to swim around to that shore right there, and that is the mount. So once you get here, you're going to go into the water and interact with him. You're going to pop onto his back, and now he is your mount. So this is the epic water mount. So if you haven't got your hands on the water glider, as I call it, I'm going to show you the water glider. It is called something else, but I think it's just easier to call the water glider the goo glider. This thing right here, if you haven't got your hands on that, this mount is the next best thing, if not the best thing, just because with the goo glider or water glider you do need to find parts for it to make it better. And when I mean find parts, usually with the mech suit that we had before defeating the Jumbo Puff, there was no like scale of parts. But on the goo glider there are 3 different engine types, and you use those engine types to get through the different waters right here. So the blue water is normal, you just need a level 1 engine, but the green water requires a level 2 engine to go through, and there is like a browny black water that requires a level 3 engine to get through. But this mount can go through all of them, no problem, easy peasy. So it means you don't really need that goo glider unless you're going to defeat one of the world eaters. Because you can fire off the back of this guy as well, just like you can do with the water glider. And honestly, he's actually really good. As you can see, he's pretty fast. He can turn on a dime as well. But Moors, that is like the epic water mount. He is really super cool. It's like a mix between a dolphin and a shark, but he's all furry and everything. It's really, really cool.